The music industry was left speechless when radio host Miss Jones dropped what might be the most explosive allegation of 2021. During a live broadcast, she claimed that Swizz Beatz had been carrying on a secret affair with none other than Lala Anthony, sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. Within hours, Swizz fired back with a furious Instagram post, calling the rumors lies and demanding Miss Jones provide proof of her claims. But here's where things get really interesting. Just weeks before this drama exploded, Alicia Keys had mysteriously released a song titled Lala, and suddenly everyone was connecting dots that painted a picture nobody saw coming. The timing was too perfect, the coincidences too many, and the internet was about to go absolutely wild with theories that would make your head spin. And real quick, if you like getting the unfiltered side of hip-hop drama, make sure you hit subscribe. You won't want to miss what's next. The story begins with a mysterious direct message that landed in Miss Jones' inbox, containing information so explosive that she couldn't ignore it. According to Miss Jones, someone with insider knowledge reached out to her with detailed claims about Swizz and Lala's alleged relationship, complete with specific dates, locations, and circumstances that seemed too detailed to be made up. The timing of this revelation was absolutely crucial. Lala Anthony had just announced her separation from NBA star Carmelo Anthony after 10 years of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences. But fans started noticing something strange about the timeline. Lala and Carmelo's relationship had been rocky for months, with reports of them living separately and Lala being spotted without her wedding ring at various events. What made people raise their eyebrows was how quickly Lala seemed to bounce back from her marriage troubles, posting confident photos and appearing happier than she had in years. Social media detectives went into overdrive, digging through months of Instagram posts and Twitter interactions. They discovered that Swizz had been liking Lala's photos consistently, even the more intimate ones, where she was showing off her curves in revealing outfits. Fans screenshot conversations where Lala would post something cryptic about new beginnings, and Swizz would be among the first to respond with fire emojis or supportive comments. The most damning piece of evidence fans found was a series of Instagram stories from both Swizz and Lala that showed them in what appeared to be the same locations on the same days: a luxury hotel in Miami, an exclusive restaurant in New York, and even backstage at various industry events. The coincidences were piling up so fast that even the most skeptical observers started questioning whether there might be some truth to these explosive allegations. This wasn't the first time Alicia Keys found herself at the center of a cheating scandal that threatened to destroy her reputation. Back in 2009, the music world was rocked when Mashonda Tifrere, Swizz Beatz's ex-wife, publicly accused Alicia of being a homewrecker who deliberately pursued her married husband. The drama unfolded like a soap opera, with Mashonda claiming she had concrete evidence of the affair that went back months before her divorce was even finalized. She alleged that Alicia and Swizz had been meeting up in hotels across the country, coincidentally in every city where Alicia was performing on her tour. The timing was suspicious. Whenever Alicia had a concert, Swizz would mysteriously have business in that same city, leading to what Mashonda described as a pattern of deception that left her feeling betrayed and humiliated. The situation reached its breaking point when Mashonda penned an explosive open letter that she posted on her blog, calling out Alicia by name and detailing how the affair had destroyed her family. In the letter, Mashonda didn't hold back, describing how she had tried to reach out to Alicia woman to woman, hoping to appeal to her conscience about breaking up a home with a young child involved. She claimed that Alicia not only ignored her pleas, but actually became more aggressive in pursuing Swizz, even going as far as flaunting their relationship publicly while Mashonda was still legally married to him. The letter went viral instantly, with fans taking sides and the media having a field day with the drama. The fallout was devastating for Alicia's carefully crafted image as a conscious, spiritual artist who promoted positive values. Suddenly, she was being branded a homewrecker across social media, with fans calling her a hypocrite for singing about love and respect while allegedly destroying another woman's marriage. The scandal followed her everywhere: award shows, interviews, red carpet events, and she found herself constantly having to defend her character while trying to protect her blossoming relationship with Swizz. What made it worse was that many people in the industry seemed to believe Mashonda's version of events, leading to whispered conversations and cold shoulders that Alicia had never experienced before in her career. Just when people thought the drama couldn't get any more intense, Alicia Keys made a move that had everyone questioning her motives. In early 2021, she released a song titled Lala that immediately caught the attention of fans who were already suspicious about her marriage. The timing was absolutely perfect for conspiracy theories. The track dropped just weeks before Miss Jones would make her explosive allegations about Swizz and Lala Anthony's supposed affair. Coincidence? Most people weren't buying it. The release felt deliberate, almost like Alicia was sending a message or making some kind of statement that only insiders would understand. Music industry veterans know that song titles aren't chosen randomly, especially by artists as calculated and intentional as Alicia Keys. Fans immediately went into detective mode, analyzing every single word and phrase in the song for hidden meanings and subliminal messages. They dissected the production choices, noting that Swizz had his fingerprints all over the track, and started connecting dots between the musical elements and what they believed was happening behind the scenes. Social media exploded with theories about whether Alicia was throwing shade, making a confession, or perhaps even issuing some kind of warning. The most popular theory was that the song was Alicia's way of addressing the rumors without directly acknowledging them, a sophisticated move that would allow her to control the narrative while maintaining plausible deniability. What really set the internet on fire was Swizz Beatz' reaction to the song's release. Instead of his usual enthusiastic promotion of his wife's music, he posted a series of cryptic messages on Instagram that seemed completely unrelated to the track. His captions were unusually vague, talking about loyalty, truth, and protecting what matters most. Fans screenshot everything, analyzing his word choices and the timing of his posts like they were decoding government secrets. The most telling moment came when someone asked him directly about the song's meaning in the comments, and instead of responding, he deleted the entire post. That move alone convinced thousands of people that there was definitely something deeper going on, and the La La song wasn't just another track in Alicia's catalog. It was evidence of a marriage in crisis. What the public sees of celebrity marriages is often just a carefully crafted illusion. And according to industry insiders, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz' relationship has been anything but the fairy tale they present on social media. Sources close to the couple have been whispering for years about the real dynamics behind their picture-perfect posts and red carpet appearances. Music executives who've worked with both artists describe a marriage that's been strained by Swizz's wandering eye and Alicia's increasing frustration with having to constantly play damage control. These aren't new concerns. People in their inner circle have been discussing the cracks in their foundation for much longer than the public realizes. Industry parties and studio sessions have become breeding grounds for gossip about heated arguments between the couple, with witnesses describing explosive confrontations that paint a very different picture from their public declarations of love. The whispers about Swizz's alleged infidelity didn't start with Lala Anthony. They've been circulating for years, creating a pattern that has insiders questioning whether this latest scandal is just another chapter in a much longer story. Before the Lala rumors surfaced, there were quiet allegations about other women, including backup dancers, industry executives, and even fellow artists who had supposedly caught Swizz's attention. What makes these claims particularly damaging is that they come from credible sources within the music industry, people who have worked directly with the couple and witnessed behavior that contradicts their public image. Studio engineers have reportedly overheard phone conversations that raised red flags, while tour managers have described suspicious scheduling changes and unexplained absences that seemed designed to cover up secret meetings. The most disturbing aspect of these industry whispers is how they reveal a pattern of behavior that goes back to the beginning of Swizz and Alicia's relationship. Remember, their romance started while he was still married to Nashonda. And according to insiders, that wasn't an isolated incident of poor judgment. It was the beginning of a cycle that has continued throughout their marriage. People close to the situation describe Swizz as someone who thrives on the thrill of the chase and gets bored easily, while Alicia is portrayed as someone who's become increasingly controlling and paranoid, constantly monitoring his activities and social media interactions. This toxic dynamic has allegedly led to explosive fights, temporary separations that were kept secret from the public, and a marriage that insiders describe as being held together more by business interests and public image than genuine love and trust. When the allegations hit the internet like a nuclear bomb, Swizz Beatz knew he had to act fast to protect his reputation and his marriage. His damage control strategy was swift and aggressive. Within hours of Miss Jones making her claims, he was on Instagram posting lengthy statements that seemed carefully crafted by a crisis management team. His approach was to go on the offensive, demanding that Miss Jones provide proof of her explosive allegations while simultaneously painting himself as the victim of malicious gossip. He posted screenshots of text messages, shared photos with Alicia to show their happy marriage, and even went live on Instagram to address his followers directly. But here's what made his response so suspicious. Instead of simply denying the claims and moving on, he kept posting about it obsessively, almost like he was trying too hard to convince people of his innocence. The more he posted, the more guilty he appeared to many observers who felt that an innocent man wouldn't need to launch such an extensive social media campaign. What spoke volumes louder than Swizz's frantic posting was Alicia's complete and total silence throughout the entire ordeal. For someone who's usually very active on social media and quick to defend her family, her radio silence was deafening and had fans reading between the lines. While her husband was melting down on Instagram, Alicia didn't post a single supportive message, didn't share any of his defensive posts, and completely avoided addressing the situation publicly. The only activity on her accounts were pre-scheduled promotional posts for her music and business ventures, handled so professionally that it was obvious her team was managing her social media while she dealt with the crisis privately. Industry experts noted that her silence was either the strategy of someone who knew the truth and didn't want to lie publicly, or the calculated move of someone who was planning her next steps very carefully. Either way, her refusal to defend her husband publicly sent a clear message that their marriage was in serious trouble. Miss Jones, meanwhile, wasn't backing down from her explosive claims despite the backlash and legal threats she was receiving from Swizz's team. In fact, she doubled down on her allegations in a series of follow-up radio segments that provided even more specific details about the supposed affair. She claimed to have additional evidence that she hadn't revealed yet, including text messages and witness testimonies that would prove her claims beyond any doubt. What made her position particularly strong was her reputation in the industry. Miss Jones had been breaking celebrity news for decades and had built credibility by being right about scandals that other outlets were afraid to touch. She challenged Swizz to take legal action if he was truly innocent, pointing out that truth is the ultimate defense against defamation claims. Her confidence in the face of potential lawsuits convinced many people that she wasn't just spreading gossip. She was exposing a truth that powerful people were desperately trying to keep hidden. This explosive drama between Alicia Keys, Swizz Beatz, and Lala Anthony exposes the dark reality of celebrity marriages that most fans never get to see. Behind the glamorous red carpet appearances and carefully curated Instagram posts lies a world where trust is a luxury that many high-profile couples simply can't afford. The entertainment industry creates an environment where temptation is everywhere. Late-night studio sessions, intimate music video shoots, exclusive parties where boundaries get blurred, and constant travel that keeps spouses separated for months at a time. What makes celebrity relationships even more fragile is the ego factor. When you're surrounded by people telling you how amazing you are every single day, it becomes easier to justify bad decisions and harder to remain faithful to commitments made in private. The pressure to maintain a perfect public image often forces couples to stay together long after their relationship has deteriorated, creating a toxic cycle where resentment builds behind closed doors while they continue to perform happiness for the cameras. The trust issues that plague celebrity marriages are magnified by the unique challenges of fame, where every interaction becomes potential tabloid fodder and privacy becomes nearly impossible to maintain. In Swizz and Alicia's case, the foundation of their relationship was already shaky. It began while he was married to someone else, which created a precedent that would haunt them throughout their marriage. When your relationship starts with betrayal, it's almost inevitable that trust issues will follow you forever. Alicia has reportedly become hyper-vigilant about Swizz's activities, monitoring his social media interactions and demanding to know his whereabouts at all times, while Swizz has grown resentful of what he perceives as controlling behavior. This dynamic creates a vicious cycle where lack of trust breeds more suspicious behavior, which in turn destroys whatever trust might have remained until the relationship becomes a battlefield disguised as a marriage. Social media has completely revolutionized how celebrity scandals unfold and spread, turning every fan into a potential investigative journalist with the power to uncover secrets that might have stayed hidden in previous decades. Platforms like Instagram and Twitter have created a new form of evidence that didn't exist before: digital breadcrumbs that can be screenshot, analyzed, and shared instantly with millions of people. The Alicia Keys drama is a perfect example of how social media amplifies every rumor and turns speculation into what feels like fact through sheer repetition and collective belief. When thousands of people are dissecting the same Instagram story or analyzing the timing of social media posts, it creates a momentum that becomes almost impossible to stop, regardless of whether the original claims are true or false. The algorithms that govern these platforms actually reward controversial content, meaning that scandalous rumors about celebrities get more visibility than positive news, creating a system that profits from drama and destruction. What makes this particular story so compelling and long-lasting is how it taps into universal themes that resonate with regular people dealing with their own relationship struggles. Everyone can relate to the fear of being cheated on, the pain of discovering betrayal, and the complicated emotions that come with trying to save a marriage that might be beyond repair. The story refuses to die because it represents something bigger than just celebrity gossip. It's a cautionary tale about what happens when fame, ego, and temptation collide with human emotions and family commitments. Every new development in the saga gets people talking because it forces them to confront uncomfortable truths about their own relationships and the fragility of trust in any marriage, famous or not. After all the explosive allegations, frantic social media posts, and industry whispers, the truth behind this scandal is far more complex than the simple narrative of cheating and betrayal that dominated headlines. What really happened appears to be a perfect storm of coincidences, industry politics, and personal vendettas that created the illusion of a major affair when the reality was much messier and more nuanced. Sources close to the situation now suggest that while Swizz may not have had a physical affair with Lala Anthony, his pattern of inappropriate behavior and emotional infidelity had been escalating for years, creating an environment where such rumors could take root and flourish. The Lala song wasn't necessarily about Lala Anthony at all, but rather Alicia's way of processing her frustrations with her marriage through music, which is something she's always done throughout her career. However, the timing and title created the perfect opportunity for people to connect dots that may not have been meant to be connected, turning an artistic expression into what appeared to be a confession or a threat. The lasting impact of this scandal has been devastating for all parties involved. Regardless of what actually happened behind closed doors, Alicia Keys has seen her reputation take another hit, reminding people of the Mashonda controversy and reinforcing the narrative that she's someone who can't be trusted around other women's relationships. Her brand as a conscious, spiritual artist has been further damaged, and industry insiders report that several high-profile collaborations have been quietly canceled as a result of the negative publicity. Swizz Beatz has faced even worse consequences. His credibility as a husband and father has been questioned publicly. His business relationships have suffered, and his social media presence has become a source of mockery rather than respect. The constant need to defend himself has made him appear desperate and guilty, even if he's completely innocent of the specific allegations. Lala Anthony, despite being portrayed as the other woman, has arguably come out of this situation in the best position, with many people viewing her as someone who was unfairly dragged into drama that had nothing to do with her. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect of this entire saga is why fans continue to believe there's more explosive information waiting to be revealed, even when no concrete evidence has ever been presented. The answer lies in the addictive nature of celebrity scandal and the way social media has trained people to expect constant drama and revelation. Miss Jones's claims tapped into something deeper than just gossip. They confirmed what many people already suspected about the instability of celebrity marriages and the prevalence of infidelity in the entertainment industry. The fact that neither Alicia nor Swizz has been able to completely put these rumors to rest suggests that there are elements of truth in the allegations, even if the specific claims about Lala Anthony are false. Fans are still digging through old social media posts, analyzing song lyrics, and watching for signs that the marriage is falling apart, because they sense that the real story hasn't been told yet. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Not the explosive affair that was alleged, but not the perfect marriage that's being portrayed either. And that ambiguity is what keeps people invested in finding out what really happened.